Everyone, today I'm sharing with you how to make another, you can call crossbody bag or you can call it a pouch, depend on the strap that you sewing for. Last time I make it for the elderly and I'm making more for them. I'm gonna go little at a time so you get all the information on the measurement and the material right. The first one I have it in here, I cut the interface in. It's so 1 inch wide by 20 inches long, and here I cut the fabric 7.5 inches by 21 inches. So on the two side here you have a 1/4 inch, on the two side here you have an extra 1/2 inch. The ruler for my channel, check my channel and make this very useful. So I'm using 1.5 inches. You go to iron on the back side of this fabric. You can fold it in half this way, mark the center, and then with the interface and already have the center, you're gonna place it right on it. So that way the sandy side facing down. So make sure you turn, this is medium weight, so you're going to turn into like this. Don't turn it too high, and then you're going up a little bit at a time. Place the right side to the right side, and then you go on to sew. You sew, and then you go on to leave about 2 or 3 inches here open. So follow the interfacing and sew all around this to here and stop. Leave this area open so you can inside out. I also have two main fabric here. I cut the 7.5 by 8 inches because the fabric is directional fabric, so I have to cut 2. So the flamingo, when I'm done, it's standing up on both sides. So the feet, and this is the feet, the other piece, placing together. You get the bottom and the bottom together. Feet and feet. So you can pin, you can clip, or you can do whatever. And then after that, the seam allowance, a 1/4 inch soldered together. Also use the main fabric, and I cut in 2.5 inches by 12, and I fold it in half, and then I fold it half again, and then you go on to fold again. So you're gonna sew the top and the bottom. The other one is same thing, 2.5 inches by 20 inches. You fold it the same, and then you go on to sew the top and the bottom. So everyone, after I sew around and I left it here open, you can go ahead and trim at the side here a bit. After I sew in this a 1/4 inch on these two, now press on the side and then iron this. You see, if you cut the same fabric, you don't have to sew like this, because I don't want the flamingo, it's gonna be like this, and then the other side upside down. Alright, so now I have cut another piece of the lining, and this is 7.5 inch by 15 inch and half. And I also cut the interface in here, The interface in here I cut is 7 inches by 15 inches long. I'm going to fold it in half. When I fold it in half, I have the center, and then this goes right to the center here where the sew line. This is the lining piece. Remember what I say, if you use the same fabric, not directional fabric, then you cut exactly the same size. And you don't need to sew those two pieces together like I did, because I used directional fabric. You clip it around it, and then you go into sew. You're gonna leave about, I do it here 2 inches open, so follow the interface and all around, and then you go into sew. Leave this here about 2 inches open so you can inside out. So after I sew and I left it 2 inches open, I trim the corners, and then after that I'm going to press on the top where you left the 2 inches. Just fold and press, so when you're inside out it make it easier. Now you have, this is the inside and this is the outside pieces. So let's just take this one and fold it in half. For this one, you're gonna go down 3 inches. Let me get the pencil. So I'm gonna mark with the pencil 3 inches from the center in. This side, same thing, 3 inches. To fold in this, you're gonna fold this way, like this. You want to place one down this way, but remember it's like this, okay? Fold one like this. And place it one right here where the 3 inches exact. Pin this down or whatever you want. That one side, and then the other side do exact the same. Pull in this way and go right to where you mark the 3 inches and do exactly the same way. Okay, so now after this, you're going to sew this a quarter up and in similar on sewing this and sewing this. And when you're done sewing the first time, you're gonna flip this up. That where exact a quarter up an inch, you're gonna sew one more time so you can hide that. And this side, same thing, you're gonna sew, fold it up like this, and then sew on top this a quarter up an inch. Then on the top two sides of this, you're going to top stitch this two sides. Everyone, after I sew a quarter up an inch, and then I fold it up, and then I sew another quarter up an inch. So now I'm hiding that underneath there so you don't see it on both sides. And then also I top stitch on the ends here too. Let's just bring back the pink side. The right side is facing up. One side here, 3 inches. And then you're going to bring that over with the small side here. You're gonna place right at the 3 inches. You're going to pin in the center here or clip or whatever you want to do. Just right in the center here. The center line when you join this two fabric together. If not, fold it in half and then sew in the center. Okay? Sew this line in the center first, and then after that you're gonna fold these two together. Make sure it's staying center and everything like this. Okay, and then you're going to sew on the side. Okay, you're gonna sew it here. If you're more advanced, you can fold all together and sew after you place it in here. You go into here, you're gonna go around, go into here, and then you're going all the way down. But I'm going to sew this to make it easier for me. You're gonna sew this down, and then from here go all the way up, all the way down, all the way to here and stop. Go and sew in the center here first. I go right in the center the sew line. If you don't cut the fabric the way I did, then fold this piece in half and sew in the center. Now remember, I told you earlier, if you're more advanced, then you skip this part, and then after this you're gonna fold it in half, and then you're going to sew it together. Okay, so now we're going to fold it. Make sure this two sides, the main side here, that meet together like this, so you can sew this both together. You can iron and sew, but there's no need to do that. So clip on the side like this. Make sure both sides are even. So like this. From the top here, sew this all the way down, very close to the fold. Sew it down, and then go to here, sew in this side. But I'll show you. Okay, back stitch. Now from here you're gonna go all the way. Follow the top stitch you sewed earlier. This is it, everyone. I finished, and now you're going to fold the small side down, and then on this side the big side down, and then you start ironing this. This is very easy, everyone can do. Go on this side, you're going to do the same thing if I turn my iron on. Super easy. I got this fabric at Walmart, so feel free to go and check it out. I hope it still be there, but if not, don't yell at me. I make it longer. If you don't want to do what I'm doing, then you go to cut this piece. Instead of 12 inches, you can cut 7. All right, because I cut it extra 5 inches extra, so then I make a bowl right here. So you're gonna flap it all the way like this, and then at the fold here you're gonna go down 2.5 inches. I'm gonna mark 2.5 inch on each side from the fold. Okay, that fold right there, 2.5 inches. Mark both sides. Show you how to sew the fold the bowl. So this is the 2.5 inch. This is 2.5 inch. You're gonna do this. You can leave it right here so you know the fold right there. You're gonna hold it down this way, fold it like this, like a triangle, and make sure that when you do that, it's straight. It's not lean like this. It's going to be straight like this. Okay, and that is one side. Let me just clip it down first, so then we have the side here, and then this one right here, you're gonna fold away from you to the left, but make sure it's the triangle, and that angle right here, it have to be straight. Okay, and then this is the center. That's the center. We're gonna bring it down. Now you have it. You have the bow, just like so. I'm gonna go and clip this there so I can sew this. You can either hand sew or you can sew on the sewing machine. So on this side, I'm gonna sew this side too. So everyone, I finished, and the option for you is that you don't need to do this if you cut like 7 inches and then do exactly like this if you don't want to cut in 12, because we folded 5 inches. Okay, all right, so now that look like a bow. It's right in the center, and I add the name tag to it. And let me just measure up before I put everything in there so you can see. The height of this is 7 inches and a half, and then the wide side is 7 inches. All right, so let me just put, you can put anything. I have a wallet in here. I can put the wallet in the front pocket or whatever pocket you want to. You can put more. If you want to put some card in the back pocket, you can too. Just put something in the back here, or you can carry anything you want. You can carry more if you want to, just like that. Or you can put the phone in there, right in here, so it's easy to take it in and out, just like so. And then when you're done, you're gonna bring the back here. This is the strap. If you want to put the Velcro in here, you can too, but because the strap going from the top all the way, so this is the front. You're gonna do this and then let this go through. Ta-da, you are done. So this is very cute, and it's easy to make too. Just take you a few minutes to do. And for the optional, if you want to make us a crossbody bag, then you have this 2 strap in here, and so you can put the ring on the 2 sides here, and then add the strap so you can carry on your shoulder. But this is so cute, very easy to make. This is the front, and this is the back. So adorable. Look how we sew the 2 pieces of fabric together, so the directional fabric can show like this. Okay, you don't want the flamingo to be dizzy, so make sure you do that for any directional fabric. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for your donation to my channel. Join my channel membership. Support me to buy more material for the future video. Love you. Stay safe. Take care, everyone.